Have you ever wondered if the world you see online is just a shadow of reality? Plato once told a story of prisoners in a cave, mistaking shadows for the truth. Today we find ourselves in a new kind of cave, lit not by firelight, but by the glow of our screens. Welcome, wanderer. Today we re-enter an ancient tale, Plato's Allegory of the Cave. But this time, we'll cast it onto the canvas of our digital lives. Plato spoke of prisoners chained, staring at shadows on a wall, believing them to be the whole of existence. In the 21st century, the cave has evolved. Our walls are screens, the shadows are curated feeds, algorithmic recommendations, and echo chambers. We too mistake the partial for the whole, the filtered for the real. Together, let's explore how this ancient metaphor can illuminate our modern struggles with truth, identity, and freedom in the age of algorithms. Imagine this. You scroll through your social media feed. Bright images flash before you. A friend's vacation snapshot. An influencer's daily ritual. Breaking news tailored just for you. It feels real, immersive. But Plato might whisper, these are just shadows. In his cave, prisoners could only see the flickering silhouettes cast against a stone wall, never imagining the objects or fire behind them, let alone the vast world outside. For us, the digital cave is lit by likes and comments, our perceptions shaped by curated timelines. Platforms don't show us the full picture. They don't aim to. Instead, they offer fragments carefully pieced together by algorithms hoping to maximize engagement. Can it be that we too are staring at modern shadows, mistaking them for reality? What parts of the world have we lost sight of while fixated on the flicker of screens? Pause for a moment. Think about your online day. Every video you watched, every post you liked. Were they chosen by you, or were they chosen for you? In Plato's cave, shadows move because of unseen puppeteers behind the fire. Today, those puppeteers take the form of algorithms, intricate systems created not to expand our understanding, but to keep us engaged. They study us, predict us, and in their precision, they subtly steer our digital lives. Think of YouTube suggesting one video after another, each more captivating or extreme than the last. Or consider the way trending topics on social media sweep millions into the same heated conversation. Plato's prisoners didn't know who was casting the shadows, and we rarely question how our feeds are shaped. What happens when we let unseen forces direct what we consume, who we trust, and even how we think? As you scroll, are you engaging with the world or with its programmed reflection? Now think of the chains. In Plato's cave, they kept prisoners facing only one direction, unable to see anything else. In our digital age, these chains are psychological. They are the comfort of familiarity, the allure of echo chambers that reflect and reinforce our beliefs. Social media provides that comfort, surrounding us with voices that sound like ours, ideas that align with our own. But with comfort comes a cost. When we fail to encounter differing perspectives, our understanding narrows, and we risk losing the ability to connect across divides. The loudest echo chamber is often the quietest prison. How often do we ask ourselves, what am I not seeing? What exists beyond this circle of familiarity? And yet, Plato's cave had an exit, a path illuminated by a light beyond the shadows. It required courage for the prisoner to leave, to face the brightness of the sun and the vastness of reality. Does our digital cave offer such an escape? It does, but not passively. Like Plato's freed prisoner, we must awaken to the mechanisms of our confinement. Question the content fed to us. Seek out perspectives that challenge us. Investigate how algorithms shape what we see. Tools of digital literacy, the ability to discern biases, recognize manipulations, and demand diverse narratives can help us walk out of the cave. To break free is to dare to see more, to untangle truth from illusion. It is to step out of the screen's glow into a fuller view of humanity's many stories and truths. So now I ask you, what shadows have you been staring at today? Think about your own social media habits. Have you allowed algorithms to narrow your perspective, defining what you see, believe, and feel? Take a moment to reflect. What voices or ideas do you rarely hear? This week, try something simple. Follow someone whose viewpoint challenges your own. Gather news from unfamiliar sources. Recognize the echo chambers in your online life and intentionally step outside them. Sometimes, breaking free begins with the smallest shift in direction, like turning your head to see what lies beyond the wall. Plato's Allegory reminds us, the journey out of the cave is not only for ourselves. Once freed, the prisoner must return to guide others toward the light of greater understanding. In a digital world divided by algorithms and echo chambers, we too can be guides. By seeking truth, embracing discomfort, and bridging divides online, we reclaim our freedom and offer it to others. So, will you remain in the shadows, or will you step into the light and help others see the way? What digital shadows have you recently identified in your own life? How do you think social media platforms could change to become less like echo chambers? Start by observing your habits. Share one perspective on social media today that challenges the mainstream narrative, or a narrative you once believed in. Then return to the comments here and tell us about your experience.